10,000 years ago. I failed my tribulation, faked my death for 10,000 years. 10,000 years later, the heavens golden list is revealed. Top 10 strongest beings in the world. Anyone on the list gets heaven's blessing. Legendary figures from past and present appear one after another. There's the demon emperor, the empress of the immortals, and a powerful beast clan leader. Countless people regret it. If the free immortal emperor from 10,000 years ago was still alive, he'd definitely be number one. Right before the top spot was announced, everyone waited eagerly. A majestic silhouette appeared in the sky. He wore a white robe, stood tall in the heavens, holding a 3-foot-long sword, until he turned his face and spoke that bold declaration. Only then did people recognize him. It's no longer just one day. All under heaven are but aunts. Number 1. Free immortal emperor. Realm of heaven and earth. Countless people gasped. He didn't die 10,000 years ago. At that moment, the world changed. Everything became chaotic. I was blending in with the crowd, watching the golden list, with a helpless smile. Well, looks like I can't keep hiding anymore. The 4 golden words, heaven's golden list, hovered in the sky. Empress Liu Qingyan of Qinzhou opened her eyes in seclusion. Surprised, saying heaven has acted. How could it be stingy? Maybe this reward will let me break through heaven and earth. A hint of longing flashed in her eyes. If he was still around, he'd surely be number 1. Too bad it was the wrong era. If the golden list appeared 10,000 years ago, free immortal would have broken through the heaven and earth realm. Meanwhile, the 4 former emperors of the sacred beast sanctuary in Beast Province all looked up at the sky. Azure Dragon Emperor frowned and said, "This golden list is mysterious. I can't figure it out." Black Tortoise Emperor chuckled. "This is a treasure made by heaven itself. How could we ever understand it?" Vermilion Bird Empress smiled softly. "The 4 of us are the strongest of the Beast clan. We should be top 4, right?" White Tiger Emperor snorted. "Good thing that guy is dead. Otherwise we'd all be outmatched." The other 3 nodded slightly. If he was alive, number 1 would be obvious. Above the sky, the voice of chaos echoed on. 10th place, Empress Liu Qingyan of Qinzhou. Early Emperor Realm, reward. Original 5 elements divine liquid. Life everlasting pill. Next, golden light flew toward Qinzhou. Liu Qingyan was shocked by the reward. It's actually the original liquid. With this liquid, I can break through heaven and earth in 5,000 years. Meanwhile, inside Thunder God Hall, Lei Zhenshin was furious. How is that woman 10th place? Is she stronger than me? She looked at the golden list, pressed her hands together. Please let me on the list, or else I'm done for. 9th place, Thunder Immortal Emperor Lei Zhenshin. Early Immortal Emperor, reward. Thunder Divine Liquid, 10,000 Thunder Sword. Liu Qingyan heard this, was shocked. Oh no, Lei Zhenshin got such a good reward. He'll come kill me soon. Better go into seclusion quickly. Lei Zhenshin laughed wildly. Liu Qingyan, you never saw this coming. My reward is way better than yours. You're dead this time. The rankings kept shifting. 8th place, Black Tortoise Emperor, completion. He was stunned. I'm only 8th place. This golden list must be random. When he heard the reward was ancient Black Tortoise blood essence, he was overjoyed. Then 7th place, Azure Dragon 6th place, White Tiger 5th place. Vermilion Bird and Azure Dragon couldn't believe it. All 4 of us didn't make top 4. What's up with this golden list? Must be fake. This list is definitely messed up. Heaven must be blind. White Tiger cursed it out loud. A thunderbolt instantly charred him. He collapsed and fainted. Vermilion Bird sighed helplessly. Guess we're too weak. Not even making top 4. Really want to know who the top 4 are. Even stronger than us. Besides that demon emperor. Who else? Chaos voice shook the sky again. Today's announcements are over. Top 4 will be revealed tomorrow. Meanwhile, at the Kalai Inn in Qinzhou City, I'm gnawing on a chicken leg. Standing up tipsy. That fast, and they're done announcing. So boring. Heading back, I watched the golden list slowly fade. Still craving for more. Wondering if the list would reveal me. If it did, how would everyone react? But now I have to wait until tomorrow. Heaven's so dull. Waiter, bill please. Waiter, bill please. I shouted, totally reeking of alcohol. Sir, you still have money here to spend. The waiter hurried over, helped me toward the backyard. Sir, this way please. Your carriage is inside. Then the coachman drove me back to my old house on the mountain. Nice and peaceful up here. I chose this place after faking my death. I've lived here for years now. The villagers say I'm an immortal. Because all these years, I haven't aged at all. Not long after the coachman left, a sincere man showed up outside. He's my neighbor Zhang Shanyu. He helped me onto the bed and grinned. Uncle Li, want a wife? Shanyu, you've been lonely so long. Time you found yourself a woman. I was out of it. Answered, half conscious. You bring the medicine. Sure, just wait. I'll bring it up right away. All right, go on. Go ahead. The night was quiet. I woke up groggy. Lifted my seal instantly. My cultivation surged. Sobered right up. Still love the feeling of being drunk. Gonna drink again tomorrow. I smiled calmly. Suddenly, my brows furrowed. I scanned the kitchen with my mind. There was a beautiful woman cooking there. I moved instantly. Teleported to the kitchen. Watching her busy back. Who are you? I asked coldly. Why are you in my house? She shuddered in fear. Dropped the bowl in her hand. But as it was about to break, I flicked my finger. Caught it safely with my power. Put it back. Then stared at her coldly. The woman slowly turned around. And when she saw me clearly, a hint of amazement flashed in her eyes. That guy didn't lie to me. This man is really handsome. But soon she remembered. She's an empress. Still has revenge to take. Can't be distracted by good looks. After a moment, she calmed her feelings down and spoke quietly. Sang Shanyu brought me here. He said you agreed to be my husband. I was stunned. When did I ever agree to be his husband? Sure, this woman is a bit attractive, but I've seen plenty of goddesses. Why would I just ask for a wife? Guess I randomly agreed to little Niu while drunk just now. That was just drunk nonsense from me. Go back now. I don't need a wife. I shook my hand, basically told her to leave. Please! The woman suddenly dropped to her knees. If I go back, I'll die. I looked at her calmly. Seeing I didn't care, she started to act. She began sobbing, making up a tragic backstory. Said her parents sold her off. If she went back, she'd be beaten to death. She even said she didn't care about any title. She just wanted to stay here for 1 year. Just for a year. She'd leave right after. I stayed silent for a while. Suddenly asked, "What's your name?" "My name is Chun Lin." The woman was stunned, but quickly answered, "All right, you can stay. Just find a room for yourself. But don't affect my life." Before I finished, I vanished on the spot. Chun Lin stared blankly in the direction I left, thinking secretly, this person really is a cultivator. But living here in seclusion, his power probably has its reasons. She checked out the thick spiritual energy in the house, mumbling, this place's spirit energy is so intense. With my past experience, a year here and I'll definitely reach the nascent soul stage. The real reason this woman wants to stay is because of the energy here. She doesn't know. I've already seen through her with my chaos divine eyes. She used to be a top powerhouse, betrayed and killed by her disciple 5,000 years ago. Only took over this body yesterday. And in her last life, she was actually the daughter of someone I once knew. Funny how fate works. I sat in my room, drinking alone, thinking how unpredictable life is. Since she's a friend's descendant, there's no harm letting her cultivate here for a year. Right then, outside, dark clouds covered the sky. Lightning and thunder rolled. I sensed a sharp aura of a previous emperor. This wasn't Empress Lu Qinghai of Qinzhou, but the outsider Lei Zhensen. In a flash, I appeared above the sky, hiding among the clouds. Liu Qing'an let out a furious roar, shaking the heavens and earth. "I am the Thunder Immortal Emperor. Come out here and die." Lei Zhensen, before Liu Qing'an could absorb her rewards, rushed over with his immortal thunder sword to ambush her. Liu Qing'an flew up to fight and mocked Lei Zhensen. "You loser, back for more." "Liu Qing'an, are you out of your mind? I'm ranked 9th. How could I lose to you? Today you die." And the two emperors clashed instantly. The land of Qinzhou shook violently. I gently waved my sleeve, bringing down a bit of spiritual energy to steady the barren mountain below, so mortals wouldn't get hurt. Seeing the mountain steady, the villagers below all bowed toward the peak. calling out that an immortal showed himself. On the battlefield, Liu Qing'an fought desperately, but was badly hurt because the opponent had divine energy. Liu Qing'an, today is the day you die. Lei Zhenshin laughed wildly. His thunder immortal sword pointed at her forehead. Liu Qing'an shut her eyes in despair, tears falling down. She murmured, "Zhao Yao, I'll join you. Get lost." I let out a cold snort. A terrifying aura swept across instantly. Lei Zhenshin was hit hard, sent flying away. A flying sword flashed with cold light, stopping exactly 1 centimeter from his pupil. Lei Zhenshin was so scared by the killing intent he almost lost his soul. He begged for mercy, trembling. "Senior, I have no feud with you. Why attack me?" My voice echoed in the void, full of power and mystery. "For the next 100 years, stay out of Qinzhou. Or die. I swear I won't come back for 100 years. He didn't dare stay a second longer, and turned into a streak of light, fleeing. Liu Qing'an sat there in a daze, gazing at the empty sky. "Zhao Yao, is that you?" No one answered. She gave a bitter smile. "He's been gone for thousands of years. How could it be him?" She swallowed the eternal life pill she got as a reward, and bowed deeply to the sky. "Thank you for saving me, Senior. I will never forget this. One day I'll repay you for sure." I stood on the rooftop, hands behind my back, and gave a gentle sigh. "Little Qing'an, this is the last time I'll help you. With 100 years, you should grow up now." Next morning, the heavenly Tao golden list shined brighter than ever. The golden list appeared, revealing the top 4. Number 4, Luo Ming, Lord of the Underworld, perfected immortal emperor. Reward: essence of the ghost Tao and 100 million fierce ghost banners. Seriously, the Lord of the Underworld? Azure Dragon Immortal Emperor cried out. White Tiger Immortal Emperor forced a bitter smile. Makes sense. Those old geezers hide their strength really well. We thought we were the strongest in the world. Turns out, we were a joke. Inside the nether hall of the underworld, Luo Ming shed his cultivation restraint and laughed madly, hiding for 10,000 years. Now that I've been exposed, no more hiding. The heavenly Tao really is generous, but reaching peak emperor, and only ranking 4th. Then the voice of Hongmeng echoed again. Number 3, Lord of the Chaos Realm, Suxia, peak immortal emperor. Reward: essence of destruction Tao, chaos reincarnation technique, and soul devour blade. Even the demon emperor Qianzhong couldn't sit still now. Another peak immortal emperor. I want to see. Who's number 1? Could there really be a greater immortal emperor? The whole world's eyes were glued to the top 4 golden list divine beasts. Immortal emperors held their breath. If the immortal emperor Zhao Yao isn't around, the demon emperor has to be number 1. Liu Qing'an whispered to herself, "If you were alive, you'd definitely be number 1. In her heart, only Li Lan deserves that top spot. Then the Hongmeng voice sounded once more, totally shocking everyone. Number 2, Demon Emperor Qianzhong, peak immortal emperor. Reward: pure essence of the demon Tao, ancient demon god's blood, and demon abyss sword. Even the demon emperor is just 2nd place? Liu Qing'an's eyes went wide. So who on earth is number 1? Inside the holy land of divine beasts, White Tiger started to doubt everything. This is wild. Could number 1 actually be the heavenly emperor? But in 50,000 years, no one ever made it past the heavenly emperor tribulation. Azure Dragon and Black Tortoise both shook their heads, convinced there are no more heavenly emperors left. At that moment, Vermilion Bird suddenly looked up at the list, her voice trembling a little. "Do you think the immortal Emperor Zhao Yao could still be alive?" Vermilion Bird's words made the other 3 former emperors widen their eyes. They were stunned for a long time. Azure Dragon kept shaking his head. "No way." We all watched that lightning tribulation. Xiao Yao was struck by lightning and turned to ash instantly. We searched for months, couldn't find a sliver of soul or body. Even his storage bag was destroyed. All his treasures vanished in the lightning. Black Tortoise sighed too. That's right, the whole Zhuanshan immortal realm searched back then. Everyone wanted Zhao Yao's treasures and techniques, but not a trace was found. How could Xiao Yao survive? That's completely unrealistic. That's right, Xiao Yao is dead. Everyone saw it happen. He couldn't withstand heaven's punishment. His soul was destroyed, completely gone. White Fox nodded in agreement, but Vermilion Bird kept staring at the gold list. Asked, "Don't you guys think it's weird? If there's no body, how can you say he's dead?" That question left the three speechless again. Anyway, he can't be alive. If he's still alive, I'll turn back into my real form and let you ride me for 3 days. White Tiger swore confidently. The other two burst out laughing. Only Vermilion Bird kept eyeing the gold list. Hope flickered in her eyes. Who on earth is number one? Who could trump so many immortal emperors? It can't just be someone nobody's heard of. Right now in demon state, Qianzhong from the demon palace sat in the demon god's hall, looking completely confused. He stared at the rankings and couldn't believe his eyes. Am I really only second? He couldn't figure it out. He was a peak former emperor. He could easily win a solo fight against any one of the 4 divine beasts. But he's still only ranked second. Earlier he was super confident. He thought first place had to be his. This ranking really slapped him in the face. How is that possible? I'm only second. Who could be first? Qianzhong muttered to himself. In his mind, only that dead rival deserved to beat him. But that person died thousands of years ago.
It's unfair.
He stared at the gold list, desperate to know who overtook him. Somewhere in the mountain hut. Chunlin was just as shocked. Even demon emperors just second? Isn't he the strongest around? Says who? Why is he the strongest? I walked up behind him calmly. Chunlin looked back and saw me, and instantly smiled. Hey, you're an immortal too. Don't you know Qianzhong, the demon emperor, is the undisputed number one now? I teased him, smiling. But I heard he's always been runner-up for thousands of years. I remember Qianzhong used to challenge me again and again. He always lost miserably. Whether it was treasure hunts or cultivation, he was always one step behind me. People mocked him as eternal number 2. Shi Chunlin was so scared her face changed. She quickly signaled for silence. Don't say that out loud. Someone might hear you. Can't insult former emperors, especially not demon emperor. I couldn't help but laugh at that. I insulted him a lot more back in the day. You don't know the half of it. Back then, it was Xiaoyou who kept Qianzhong beneath him. That's why he was called Eternal Number 2. But Chunlin looked gloomy, watching the gold list. But Xiaoyou died 10,000 years ago. He looked so disappointed. I paused a little. Even if he had heard my name, he shouldn't look so heartbroken. You seem pretty upset, I asked, confused. Chunlin shook her head quickly, managed to smile, said no. She just remembered some things. Anyway, the demon emperor is the strongest now. If Xiaoyou Immortal Emperor hadn't died, he'd be number 1 for sure. I didn't know. In her past life, Chunlin saw me as her idol. She followed in my steps to become an emperor. We both watched the golden list, waiting for the final result. And just as the second prize was handed out, the world suddenly changed. Celestial and demonic shadows appeared again. The aura was way beyond the top 9. Everyone was shocked. There's an omen for first place. That is really impressive. Now I'm even more curious who's number 1. The 9 ranked former emperors all looked jealous. Who could deserve such a scene? Thunder rolled in. The golden list started to grow larger. It didn't stop until it tripled in size. A projection-like battle scene appeared in the sky. Mountains of corpses and seas of blood. War engulfed the heavens. The monsters howled in agony. It was a brutal, bloody battle. Corpses were everywhere, torn apart. Howling beasts everywhere. Humans fought among themselves, or against the monsters, in the divine beast's holy land. Azure Dragon looked uncertain. Doesn't this look familiar to you guys? The other 3 all nodded firmly. Suddenly, Black Tortoise pointed at the scene in fear. Azure Dragon, that's you. In the vision, a battered Azure Dragon, barely clinging to life. Azure Dragon suddenly snapped out of it, shouting, "That's the Immortal Sword War." The battle from 20,000 years ago. The great war with humans, immortals, demons, monsters, and ghosts. All fighting for a Heaven's Path immortal sword. Azure Dragon's words jolted the other 3's memories to life. Black Tortoise's eyes widened. I remember now. Back then, we weren't even immortal emperors. That battle nearly destroyed the world. It lasted a whole year. That was his lifelong nightmare. Because there was only one star in that battle, and that was me. I fought everyone alone. In the end, I took the immortal sword. I even broke through in that fight, becoming the first immortal emperor. White Tiger was confused. But that battle was 20,000 years ago. Why would heaven recall it now? Does first place have something to do with that war? As soon as he finished, all four gasped together. One name popped into their heads: Xiaoyou, Immortal Emperor. Back in the sky, Demon Emperor Qianzhong appeared. He slumped before Lion Mountain, laughing bitterly. Eternal number 2, of course. Always number 2. In the end, still lost to him. Everyone who saw that scene was shocked. Even Demon Emperor couldn't help it. If it's not Xiaoyou, who else could it be? But he's been dead for 10,000 years. He stared at the scene and felt a wild joy rise up. You're not dead, right? You're still alive. If it's really you, then I still have a rival. He'd been undefeated so long. He actually hoped someone could beat him again.
In Qinzhou's Empress Palace,
Liu Qing'an trembled with excitement. Xiaoyou was the former emperor who broke through in that great war. I remember him, I'm sure. That voice who saved him today was mine. You're definitely still alive, right? The undefeated one. How could heaven's tribulation kill you? Now many familiar faces appeared in the sky, even the long-dead geniuses from back then, making countless people grieve. Then appeared a sword, a shining silver sword. Those who fought in that battle back then all recognized it right away. Confronting Immortal sword. The Confronting Immortal sword in the sky flies fast, cutting through the long sky. That's the first innate immortal sword in 50,000 years. And it was firmly caught by a figure in white. In the scene, I'm standing, left hand behind my back, right hand holding the sword. Long hair blowing in the wind, making a rustling sound. The carefree immortal emperor. Liu Qing'an shrieks like a schoolgirl. King Long looks at that back. He's filled with deep emotions. Who in the world is worthy? Only the immortal emperor in white. Li Xiaoyou was right after all. The fear from 10,000 years ago floods back into every immortal emperor's heart. Right then, I slightly turn my head in the image, showing half of my stunning face. My cold eyes pierce through the sky. A killing intent echoes through ages. Then, an arrogant declaration shakes the universe. Not just for a day. All under heaven are ants. The same goes for heaven's law. Unparalleled dominance. Except for the carefree immortal emperor. No one else could ever say that. The whole world is fired up. Some regret that geniuses die young. Some feel inspired by this legend. I'm standing in front of the old house on the mountaintop, looking at that frozen scene. I give a faint smile. First place. Honestly, besides me, no one else fits. Inside the sacred beast sanctuary, all four sacred beasts shake their heads and grin. King Long sighs. That line is fierce. But he really did it. Too bad he died. There aren't many people I admire. He's the only one. White Tiger also grins helplessly. Shanwo looks at the figure in the sky and lets out a long sigh. Geniuses die young. Even now. You still don't believe the immortal emperor is alive? Zhuge speaks with a light smile. The other three are shocked, but they still just shake their heads. They trust more in what they saw with their own eyes. That day, Li Lan's soul was really destroyed. Zhuge looks at the sky and says softly, sometimes, our eyes aren't always right. They could also be fooling us. In front of the demonic gate, everyone bursts into laughter. There's some frustration in the laughter. All under heaven are ants. Only you would say something like that. For 10,000 years, he never had the guts to say it, because he knew he wasn't up to it. He was always kept at number 2 by that guy. He mutters to himself, if that's how it is, then you really are number 1. In the Empress Palace. Right now, Liu Qing'an's acting like a girl in love, staring at the sky, almost drooling. So cool and so dominant. I really love him. Now sure that Li Lan didn't die, but this world's so big. How will she find him? Hidden away. In the underworld, Luo Ming smiles. I didn't join that war, but I still heard your name. Too bad you died young. Otherwise, I'd love to fight you. Inside a small house in the mountains, Chun Lin stares at the figure in the sky and mutters with admiration. He's really so handsome and so commanding. I grin after hearing that. Teasing. Don't you think I'm better looking than him? Chun Lin whips around, and his eyes even show killing intent. He warns coldly, I'm warning you. Don't insult the immortal emperor. But then he recalls how strong I am. He holds back his anger and apologizes. Sorry. What I said just now went too far. Hope you don't kick me out. Watching this friend flip personalities like a book, I smiled to myself. Is this kid just like his dad? I comfort him. It's fine. Let's keep watching. Maybe the immortal emperor really is alive. This time, Chunlin doesn't argue.
He just glances sideways at me.
That half profile on the sky looks oddly familiar to him, but he quickly shakes his head. The unbeatable immortal emperor. How could that be a hillbilly living in the wilds? As the scene disappears from the sky, the voice of the universe echoes again. 30,000 years ago, an unstoppable immortal emperor was born.
He built his foundation at 10.
Reached golden core at 18. Nascent soul at 30. In 20,000 years, he saw true treasures. Became the emperor of sword immortals. 20,000 years ago, he stood above billions. Won the Confronting immortal sword and ascended. As an immortal emperor, he once said, as long as I'm here, all of heaven are ants. Even heaven's law is the same. For 10,000 years after, he was invincible. But sadly, 10,000 years ago, he met a heavenly tribulation while breaking through, and carelessly died. At this point, the 4 sacred beasts and past bugs all look defeated. Liu Xinqian just sits, lost and broken. Even heaven says he's dead. How could that be false? Chunlin lowers his head, disappointed, turns around to head inside. So he really died. Only I keep looking at the sky, twitching my lips. Heaven's rules know I'm alive, but still want to mess with people. Suddenly, the universal voice flips. But miracles always happen. The carefree immortal emperor had a life-saving treasure. He used it to stay alive. And broke through the world. He really survived. He faked his death and retired for 10,000 years. And lived as an ordinary but not so ordinary guy. Number 1. Carefree Heavenly Emperor Li Lan. Heavenly Reward. The Rules of Space Tao Chaos Rebirth Fist Ancient Confronting. Zhanshan Bloodline. The immortal realm boils with excitement. Countless people are shocked. The one who suppressed the world 10,000 years ago is not only alive, he's even the one and only Heavenly Emperor.
Inside the Empress Palace,
Liu Qing'an bursts into the sky, staring at that top name. Crying tears of joy, he suddenly yells sharply, 5 war generals. 5 shadows appear instantly. Kneeling down. Orders, start searching immediately. Every Li in all Qinzhou. Anyone with outstanding looks. Bring them all to the palace. Yes, my lord. Liu Qing'an is full of delight. Carefree brother, I will find you for sure. Meanwhile, in demon state, Qianzhong laughs up at the sky. I knew you weren't dead. You're still alive and well. He shouts fiercely. Top 10 demon generals, listen up.
10 perfected saints.
Show yourselves. In unison, Demon Emperor. Yes, Lord Qianzhong. He throws out a scroll. Copy this portrait 1,000,000 times. That's the immortal emperor's portrait. Take 1,000,000 demons to find him. Don't tell anyone it's the immortal emperor. Only you 10 can know. Otherwise you die. Inside the sacred beast sanctuary, the 4 divine beasts look conflicted. Azure Dragon sighs, realizing Zhao Yao has reached mid-stage celestial realm. White Tiger feels hopeless about getting suppressed again. Vermilion Bird shoots a sideways glance at White Tiger. She grins wickedly at White Tiger. Remember to turn back into your true form tomorrow. I'll ride you for 3 days. Sis Vermilion, can you cut me some slack this time? White Tiger chuckles awkwardly, begging. No way, Vermilion Bird turns and leaves. Only White Tiger is left, looking lost in the wind, back at the inn. The storyteller is waving his arms excitedly. Tears well up in his eyes. Even though he's never met me, he's poured his whole heart into my story. In the mountain cabin, Chunlin's body trembles. She stares at the ranking, completely shocked. She suddenly looks at me, and quickly backs away. Are you really the celestial emperor Zhao Yao? Are you kidding? How could I possibly be the celestial emperor Zhao Yao? I reply with a cold sneer. You ever seen a celestial emperor live here? If I were that powerful, I'd already live in a grand palace like the empress does. Chunlin's face darkens. After thinking it over, she sighs in disappointment. All right, guess I was just overthinking it. But then she thinks again and realizes that Zhao You's celestial emperor is still alive. That's already really good news. Watching him walk into the kitchen with a little smile, I'm totally speechless. How did this girl ever become an empress? She's way too gullible. Suddenly, I frown a bit, and my right hand reveals a green jade pendant. Right now, the pendant is shining, like it's trying to warn me. What exactly is this pendant trying to tell me? I look down at the pendant in my hand. I feel sure this is the treasure that once saved my life. I remember when I was struck by a heavenly tribulation. The jade pendant gave off this same green light. It pulled me in and took me into a void space. It rebuilt my body and soul and brought me back to life. Inside the pendant's space, I could perfectly hide from heaven's laws and keep making breakthroughs. It's filled with spiritual energy and can even lock time. Inside, I even built spirit fields and planted tons of spiritual herbs and fruits. One big reason I settled here was that the pendant led me. 10,000 years have passed, and it's never shown again until now. What really is this pendant my parents left me? Why did it bring me here? I mutter to myself. I've worn this pendant since I was born. I found out how amazing it was when I was 3. With the Zhao Yao Kangpeng body and this pendant, I became the celestial emperor who rules the world. But when I formed my foundation at 10, my parents left without saying goodbye. I searched for 10,000 years but found nothing. Today the pendant acted up again, giving me hope once more. Maybe they're still out there. Maybe that miracle of surviving the tribulation was actually their secret help. The #1 prize is being handed out. Now the heavenly ranking has fully been revealed. Spiritual energy is about to hit its peak. A whole new era is coming soon. 3 years from now, the supreme golden ranking will return to the immortal realm. As the sound of the primordial chaos rings out, the golden ranking disappears into the sky. Dark clouds clear away, and the sky is bright again. Suddenly, an ancient book shows up in my hand, along with a drop of essence blood. I casually stored it in my jade pendant, but my eyes stayed fixed on the sky. Peak of spiritual energy. For 10,000 years, the immortal realm's spiritual energy has gotten thinner. It's nothing like when I was born. Now even building a foundation is tough for cultivators. Born in the wrong era, seriously. I'm sure of one thing. In the future, I won't be the only one reaching this level. With my current mid-level cultivation in this world, I might not always have an easy time. But it doesn't matter. Like I said, as long as I'm here, everyone else is an ant. Even the heavenly rules. I gaze at the sky. My eyes are cold. No punishment comes from the heavens. It's like it agrees with me. The glow from the jade pendant faded again. I put it away, a bit speechless. Went back inside to keep drinking. Right now, things are shifting in the Zhuanshan immortal realm. Within 2 days, Liu Qing'an announced 100 years of seclusion, aiming to reach immortal emperor completion. Then the 4 divine beast demon emperors of the Yao province, and Luo Ming from the netherworld, and the ruler of the chaos realm all went into seclusion too. They're not coming out until they've broken through to heavenly emperor. Suddenly, every elite cultivator in the immortal realm fell into a frenzy of training. I stand alone atop the mountain, looking at the sky. Chaotic energy swirls in my eyes. I vaguely catch a glimpse of the blurry future. Even I, the chaos prodigy, can't see it clearly. That has never happened before. Only one reason makes sense. The future has changed. It's beyond what I can see. A chaotic era is coming. I sense it's tied to me in countless ways. The signs aren't clear. The threads of cause and effect are woven like a web, all tangled together. Everyone else is an ant, no matter who they are, or what they are. If one comes, I'll kill one. I stand with my hands behind my back. This is the confidence of the world. Next morning, relaxing in a chair with my eyes closed. I'm always soaking in all this spiritual energy. Master, Master. Kids shouting filled the air. I opened my eyes. 4 or 5 children ran over. Master, my mom sent me with these pickles. They're really good. And my dad gave me some roast pork. It's super tasty too. Mine too. I smiled and took all the gifts, then called out to Chunlin. Chunlin came out. He'd reached level 7 in body refining. Jumped 2 levels in just 4 days. It's not just his past life as the Earth Emperor. The giant spirit formation here helped a lot. What's up? Chun Lin took the food to the kitchen, but peeked at us through the door crack. All right, everyone stand still. Show off what you've learned, one by one. If I'm not happy with it, someone's getting a spanking. I clapped, laughing. The kids looked at me with respect and stood up straight at once. I looked at the little girl with a bun. She's a spirit body. Tons of potential. Zhao Li, you go first and show them. Okay, Zhao Li took her punch seriously. At first it looked weak, but soon her moves got smoother and even drew in spiritual energy. You could sense a touch of magic. Chun Lin stared wide-eyed from behind the door. As a reborn emperor, he could instantly tell how amazing this technique was. He was shocked and suspicious. Could Li Xiaoyu really be the leisure immortal emperor? How else could someone teach a punch like that? Even their names are almost the same. He tried copying the moves in the kitchen and practiced the whole thing. His blood was boiling. His realm was close to a breakthrough. He wanted to learn more, but saw the kids already eating fruit. He could only sigh inside and planned to keep eavesdropping tomorrow. Suddenly, a surge of energy filled the yard. Master, my body feels so hot and kinda hurts. Zhao Li finished her fruit. She looked uncomfortable. I just smiled, took out a bone cleansing pill. You're about to get stronger. Here, take this pill. Zhao Li swallowed it without even a thought. Chun Lin was stunned behind the door. The little girl just broke through the first stage of body refining that quick? And Li Lan actually had bone cleansing pills. She was both jealous and suspicious, thinking to herself, there's a rumor in the immortal realm. The leisure immortal emperor hates eating fish. Maybe I'll make some fish to test him. With that, he ran out to buy some right away. Half an hour later, the kids left. Chun Lin came back with fish.
He awkwardly walked up to me.
So, do you have more of the pill you gave Zhao Li? I conjured another bone-cleansing pill and grinned. Sure, why? Chun Lin swallowed nervously. Can I have one? Of course not. I barely know you. Why should I give it to you? I put the pill away. Chun Lin was left speechless. He gritted his teeth. I'll do your laundry and cooking. All the housework, you name it. Deal? Isn't that what you're supposed to do anyway? I laughed. Right when Chun Lin panicked, Zhang Xiangyu rushed up the mountain and dropped to his knees. Uncle Li, it's bad. A bunch of people came to the village. They're trying to take Zhao Li. Uncle Li, please. Please save her. My gaze turned icy cold. I'll go, Chun Lin volunteered. I looked at Zhang Xiangyu. Take him down there. Zhang Xiangyu hesitated, looking at Chun Lin, not sure if he could handle it. Are you sure about this, Uncle Li? Of course. Chun Lin stood tall and proud. I told Xiangyu to lead him down the mountain and just kept eating fruit. At the village entrance, let go of my daughter. Lady, our senior has his eye on your daughter. Can't believe you're disrespecting us. Smack. The blue-robed guy slapped Zhao Li's mom to the ground. Zhao Li, crying, took a swing at the blue-robed man. Senior CHU dodged, evil intent flashing in his eyes. Wow, this little girl can fight. And those moves look stronger than our sect's punching style. Senior CHU sneered. Grab her, kill anyone who resists. Who do they think they are? A bunch at level 5 body refining, plus one at level 8, trying to grab a kid in broad daylight. They're asking to die. Chun Lin rushed in and punched one disciple flying. Who are you? Senior CHU was shocked. So you're at level 7, huh? No wonder you're so bold. But I'm at level 8. So what? Die. Chun Lin, as a reborn empress, killed them all within 10 heartbeats. Zhang Xiangyu cheered on the side. No wonder Uncle Li's teaching works. That's amazing. Chun Lin almost snapped back. Since he just learned my moves? Level 7 body refining. Can even take down higher ranks. I'm the missing senior disciple from the outer court. And there's a natural-born spirit body using a strange fist technique. This trip turned out to be pretty rewarding. An old, raspy voice rang out. An old man suddenly appeared behind Chun Lin. Chun Lin stared at the old man who appeared. A chill crept into her heart. He couldn't see through the man's cultivation at all. This guy must be above the golden core stage. Hey, little girl, come here. The old man sneered and waved his hand. A terrifying, invisible force suddenly locked around Zhonglin's throat. She was lifted right off the ground. It was a golden core spiritual pressure. Chunlin may be an empress reborn, but fighting a golden core head-on with a body refiner's body is too much. Just as she was about to burn the last of her soul and go down together with him, a cold voice boomed out of nowhere like thunder. Kneel, thud! The old man's knees smashed into the ground hard. His bones cracked loudly. He howled in pain, head thrown back. It hurt so much he panicked. Only someone above Nascent's soul can suppress a golden core with words. He hurriedly begged the senior. I'm sorry. I don't even know how I offended you. Please have mercy on me. Chunlin stumbled to her feet. I didn't even realize I was standing right in front of him. Uncle Li, Immortal Li. The villagers saw me, like I was their one true hope. I didn't care about their worship. I walked step by step toward the old man. With every step I took, his heart pounded even harder. Senior, I'll do anything for you. Please, please spare my life. His forehead pressed against the ground. His body was nearly breaking down. Take a deep breath and you'll be fine. I spoke calmly, before the old man could react. His body suddenly began to spasm. His eyes rolled back. Within 3 breaths, his life was gone. His soul was wiped out. Chunlin, behind me, was left in shock. That was a soul search spell. The purest evil. Is he the demon ancestor, Chunlin? I suddenly spoke up. He snapped back to reality. Keep everyone safe for me. I'll be right back. As soon as I said that, I'd already vanished. With the soul search, I'd locked onto soul refining sect, 500 miles away. These people practiced evil arts, killing young girls for their cultivation. Such beasts don't deserve to live. No need to spare them. I instantly appeared above soul refining sect, looking down at their weak sect barrier. I just said one word: break. The barrier shattered instantly. Who is it? Nascent Soul. The sect master of soul refining sect shot out at peak power. He roared, "Who are you? How dare you destroy our sect's formation? I'm the one who will kill you all. I'm actually a pretty reasonable guy. You have 2 choices. 1, kill yourselves. Or 2, I'll kill you. Make your choice." My voice echoed like a giant bell. It shook the whole valley.
He struck out in anger.
Spirit energy surged and crashed down, just as that palm print was inches from me. I spoke coldly. Looks like you've made the choice for everyone. Then die. In an instant, the spirit energy disappeared. The soul refining sect master dropped to his knees mid-air. He was horrified to see his entire sect turn to ash. No, master. I don't want to die. No, I don't want to die. I didn't do anything. Master, I'll haunt you forever. Cries and screams echoed everywhere. The sect master shouted in despair. You're slaughtering innocents. So cruel. You'll pay for this. Heaven will punish you. Just before he turned to dust, he heard my final reply. Heaven? Really? Everyone's just an ant. Even heaven is the same. With a single thought, the soul refining sect was flattened. I went back to the village. Chunlin was anxiously waiting for me to return. He hurried over. Are you all right? I'm fine. It's handled. Let's go back. Up the mountain to the cabin. I casually tossed the body cleansing pill to Chunlin. Nice job. Don't forget to cook. Sure, thanks. Chunlin happily took it. Soon the food was on the table. Chunlin copied the villagers and called me. Try it first. You can eat now. I got up and walked into the kitchen. Eat those fruits on the table if you want. Chunlin thought they were just normal fruits. He took a quick bite, and suddenly powerful spirit energy exploded inside him. Bang, bang, bang. With 3 loud noises, he broke through to body training level 10 right there. Then, using the power of the body cleansing pill, he reached foundation establishment. I broke through to foundation establishment. He was overjoyed, then suddenly remembered he'd tested me by making a special fish dish. Rumor says the free-spirited immortal emperor hates fish. He rushed into the kitchen, but only found a neat pile of fish bones left. You're here. I thought you wouldn't eat, but now you're at foundation establishment. You can stop eating, right? No need to cook or wash dishes either. I patted his shoulder and disappeared. Chunlin stood there, feeling all kinds of emotions. Guess he's not the free-spirited immortal emperor? Would a real immortal emperor be that picky about food? What he didn't know was, back then I walked into the deep sea for 3 months, just to hunt for treasure. Never once hated fish. Back in my room, I took out a jug of immortal wine. My mind covered the whole Qin prefecture. Drinking alone, watching the world go by. After 10,000 years, the loneliness of invincibility is in my bones. Suddenly, I put down the cup. I smiled at the empty space. Since you're here, have a drink. In an instant, time stopped. Birds froze in midair. Dust and spirits stilled. The whole Zhuangshen immortal world froze in that moment. A cold, elegant woman in a white cheongsam appeared out of nowhere. She picked up the wine I poured and sneered. So the top emperor under heaven's will is hiding out drinking here. What a letdown. I kept a straight face, glanced at this uninvited heaven's will. So why are you here? Shouldn't heaven's will be managing Zhuangshen immortal world, not coming to drink with me? Milan, you know what's coming? Big trouble is near. You and I can't escape either. Wrong, you can't escape. I can leave anytime, but I'll tell you this clearly. In 10 days, spirit energy will explode. Zhuangshen will return to ancient times. Her voice turned icy. I raised my eyebrows, but then she continued, ever think about this? The old monsters from ancient times will wake up too. I leaned back in the chair again. So what? Not my problem. If they wake up, let them. Now I just want to chill. Lilan, I don't know if you're serious or just avoiding the truth. Can we just be honest? What do you mean? My eyes grew cold. Heaven's will looked at me with sarcasm. You really think no one knows who you are? You really think you can forget your past and start all over again? Don't be naive. Lilan, no. I should call you Li Shao. Is that your new name? Or should I say Confronting's holy son? I fell into silence, but she kept pressing. When you broke through heaven and earth, you recovered your past memories, right? How did you die last time? I saw it with my own eyes. You were the abandoned child of humans and the Confronting clan. Confronting's thought your blood was low. They tried to kill you. Now you live again. You really don't care. Yeah, I knew since I woke up. I was Confronting Tiandi in the ancient era. But my clan saw me as a freak and killed me. That led to 20,000 years of reincarnation. Just like I said, those old monsters will all come back. The Confronting clan too. They'll find you and kill you again. Heaven's will sneered. Oh yeah, your parents disappeared too, because of the Confronting clan. I looked up suddenly. Killing intent surged. What do you know? Heaven's will was happy with my reaction. Wanna know? Then promise me one thing. When the ancient era returns in 10 days, help me find 8 corpses. Bring them all, and I'll give you your answers. Go all out and get stronger. What's coming is more complicated than you think. Xiao Chuan Di. Heaven's will vanished. Time started again. Only an ancient scroll was left on the table. I looked at the scroll. My gaze grew deeper. I unrolled the scroll. It was a detailed map of Zhuangshen immortal world. I've traveled this world, know every place. But there were many new markings I'd never seen. Thinking of Heaven's will's words, I guessed these were ancient ruins hidden deep below. I put away the scroll, my eyes full of killing intent. If the Confronting clan dares show up, I'll kill them all. 5 days passed quickly. Chun Lin practiced quietly, all the way to foundation establishment perfection. One day there was a knock at the door. Is Li Xiaoyao here? Chun Lin walked out of the kitchen. It was a group of silver-armored guards, surrounding a golden-armored leader. All of them were at the golden core level. What do you want with Li Xiaoyao? Chun Lin asked coldly. The gold-armored leader replied solemnly. We are. From the Empress's palace. We heard there's an immortal named Li here. Is it true? Chun Lin's heart tightened. Liu Xinhan is looking for someone named Li. Are they searching for the free-spirited immortal emperor? He was still guessing. I stepped out the door. What do you want? I spoke calmly. A few guards saw my handsome face. Their expression suddenly changed. The gold-armored leader was about to speak, but his eyes suddenly went blank. Then he just shook his head and left, expressionless. As soon as he said that, they all left. Chun Lin turned to me, totally confused. What are they doing? Weren't they looking for you? What are you talking about? They're from the underworld temple. Why would they come for me? I replied casually. Aren't you? Chun Lin stopped mid-sentence, since they left after just a glance. He was even more sure I'm not the late emperor. You're almost at the gold core stage. I smiled and tossed him some more fruit. Grow up quickly. This world's about to change. Chun Lin accepted the fruit with a serious look. Thanked me. He headed back to the kitchen to prepare for his breakthrough. Suddenly, the ground started shaking hard. The whole mountain trembled, like the end of the world. I shouted, full of power. The tremors stopped instantly. The jade pendant on my chest flashed a wild green light. The mountain ahead erupted violently. I focused my mind and turned all the flying rocks to nothing. Terrifying energy surged from the mountaintop. Then came a strange, wild roar. It made Chun Lin fall to his knees, wailing in pain. My head hurts, but I wasn't affected at all. That sound was so familiar. I quickly cast a large barrier over the mountain and slipped inside. Deep within the mountain, a giant beast was trapped. A massive creature with a dragon head and fish body, bound by countless heavy chains. Kun, I gasped. I'm the Kampeng Saint's son, and this creature is the Kampeng's former form. This Kun is on the verge of death. Its cultivation is only at the foundation stage, trapped by a restriction even I can't see through. Tightly sealed. Li Xiaoyao, we've waited for you a long time. A weak, ethereal voice echoed in my mind. You know me? Of course, the Kampeng jade in your hand was a gift to your parents. Your parents once saved my life, so I repaid them. I looked down at the jade, so it's called Kampeng jade. Kampeng jade is a unique treasure of the Kampeng goddess. I left you one chance to change your fate, but now, it seems you've already used it. I was shaken. It's been so long, I can't even remember. All I know is I've been locked up here for 1,000,000 years. In that 1,000,000 years, I summoned the spirit power of the celestial sword. I tried to slash the shackles with sword energy, but it disappeared instantly. Don't waste your energy. This Kun lock was crafted by several celestial emperors. Plus, there's a massive ceiling formation around us. Even the heavenly Tao can't break it. There's no way I can escape. Kun told me. He fell in love with a human. So the Kampeng clan saw him as a traitor. Not only was his lover's soul destroyed, but he was also imprisoned here. His powers are drained night and day. I gripped my celestial sword tighter. A long-lost killing intent rose inside me. I'll find a way to save you. It's useless. In less than 10 days, I'll die here. I really wish I could see what the outside world is like now. Seeing him unable to move, I took out that drop of ancient Kampeng blood the heavenly Tao rewarded me. I'm not sure if this blood can help you. Kun was totally shocked. That's actually ancient Kampeng blood? Why don't you refine and take it yourself? You could transform into the Kampeng devouring divine body. Become a real Kampeng. I sneered. I'm proud to be half human, and I hate that race. Godly body? That's nothing. I have my own way. Say no more. Just take it. As the blood entered his body, Kun's aura started exploding. Just then, arrogant shouts came from outside the mountain. Hey, whoever's in there, come out. This place is ours. You're on Baiyun sect territory in Qinzhou. If you know what's good for you, get out now. A cold flash crossed my eyes. I told Kun, you keep recovering. I'll go take out the trash. On top of the mountain, countless cultivators hovered in the air. Leading them was Zhou Yi, Baiyun sect's human immortal chief, along with Wang Chun, a powerful immortal from another faction. The pressure was intense, making Chun Lin and the villagers feel like their bones were breaking. Who are you people? I slowly floated up. My face was cold and calm. Zhou Yi couldn't see through my power. He was suspicious. But seeing Chun Lin was only at foundation core, he assumed I was using a magic treasure to hide my cultivation. Kid, this is our Baiyun sect land. Any treasures found here belong to us. Zhou Yi of Baiyun sect said arrogantly. You have 5 seconds. If you don't leave. I looked at them calmly. Zhou Yi and Wang Cheng glanced at each other. Then Zhou Yi sneered, Kid. Don't think just because you have a magic treasure to hide your power, you can scare us off. Attack. Tear this kid to pieces. Be careful. Chun Lin screamed. Time's up. Since you chose to die, then die. Suddenly, my spiritual energy exploded. In an instant, all the cultivators within 1,000 miles turned into blood mist, souls completely wiped out. I glanced down at Chunlin, who looked completely stunned. I ignored him.
He was clearly scared stiff.
By the way, I killed 2 immortals in a split second. The villagers, on the other hand, cheered wildly and looked at me with more respect than ever. I looked down on the mountain. Use 2 fingers to swipe forward, coldly said Chaos Formation. The sun and moon swapping formation activates. Suddenly, an array rose for 1,000 miles around. I drew talismans in the air and dropped them into the villagers' bodies. I told them, I've set up a formation here. Anyone else who walks into the mountain will get lost. They'll wander around in confusion. Only you can come and go freely. You'll be protected by the formation in the mountain. You won't have to worry about getting hurt ever again. Back in the cave, Kun had already recovered to sage level. Thank you, echoed Kun's voice in my head. I smiled and said, don't mention it. Just focus on your recovery. I know a place where we might find a way to break these seals. I'll get you out once I come back. Be careful out there. I can feel it. The energy is getting purer. The world is about to change. I know. I flashed back to the small house. Chun Lin rushed to me with newfound courage and asked Li Xiaoyao, who exactly are you? I didn't give a direct answer. I casually produced dozens of pills, which to him looked like a miracle. I told him, Chun Lin, help me take care of those people down there. Chun Lin stared at the table full of pills. His eyes went wide, and he stammered, are you the Celestial Emperor Xiaoyao? I looked at him, smiled gently. I've told you the answer all along. A look of shock hit Chun Lin. His expression kept changing. He must have remembered what I joked about days ago. That fake or not remark. You really are the Celestial Emperor Xiaoyao. He cried in disbelief, then suddenly bowed deeply. Sorry for what I said before. I'm sorry. Hey, silly girl. I don't have time to be mad at you. I'm leaving things to you. Wait for my return. When he looked up again, I was already gone. I used my powers and crossed countless miles of space, landed at the sacred Dao grounds between Lizhou and Zizhou. I floated above the sacred land and called out coldly, I am the Celestial Emperor Xiaoyao. Zhen Yantian, show yourself, swordless. Instantly, my power crashed down. The protective array shattered inch by inch. 100,000 disciples fell to their knees. Celestial Emperor Xiaoyao, why are you here? An angry roar replied. A young man in white, Zhen Yantian, flew up to the clouds. He stared at me, uncertain and nervous. I smirked. Zhen Yantian, have you improved? You finally learned to use overlapping arrays to block my power. Li Lan, over 10,000 years ago when you were the last emperor, you broke into my Dao array grounds, stole lots of secret array methods, and killed our ancestor. We let it go, but you're still here today. Isn't that going too far? He roared. So what? I sneered. Today I'm here for the array tower. Once I get what I need, I'll leave. You've gone too far. Don't think I'm actually scared of you. Zhen Yantian waved his hands. For over 10,000 years, my master and I worked on arrays every day. Now my array skills are unmatched. Even you can't break through that easily. Hundreds of arrays shot up from the ground. I summoned my celestial sword, casually slashed out with it. Sword energy slammed into the barrier. It toppled countless tomb formations for miles. But the array itself didn't budge. Not bad, Zhao Yanshan. Your array skills are impressive. Beat it. We're not friends. I took a closer look and saw through the illusion. Turns out it's a series of interlocking formations. Any force hitting it gets completely dispersed. You set up a total of 724 of these formations. The outermost ones are the strongest. They can split up the power. Little by little, it's stripped away. By the time you reach the last layer, my strength has been broken down into just my body. Shen Yanshan was shocked. He stumbled back a few steps. You actually figured it out. Shanshan, I'm pretty good at formations. You cannot know your ancestor wasn't killed by me, but died competing with me in formation arts. He lost, got furious, and died from it, right? Impossible, you're lying. My ancestor's formation skills were top-notch. There's no way he could lose to you. You definitely killed him. Believe it or not, whatever. I just shrugged. But your formation isn't bad. Let me see where the core is. Shenyanshan sneered. You want to know where the core is? Keep dreaming. My master and I spent days and nights on this. Bang! The first barrier shattered. I kept my finger tapping lightly. I smiled and said, just as I thought, it's actually not too hard to break here. His heart started pounding. Boom! The second barrier broke again. How is that possible? Shenyanshan's face turned pale. For the next half an hour, every time I pointed, I broke through multiple layers of formation. At the end, I broke 5 in a row in one night, out of 724 layers. Only the last one remained. I stopped. I looked down at him from above. The formations you're proud of are nothing but trash to me. Jianshan, do you admit defeat?
Thud.
He kneeled in midair, staring at that last barrier, barely holding up his dignity. He lowered his head and spoke with a trembling voice. I give up. I stopped pressing him and stepped into the sacred land. Your formations are weak, but just thinking up these is already impressive. Don't feel bad, he sighed. Do whatever you want to me. I'm not going to kill you, but you won't escape all punishment. You'll still have to pay. Come with me. I took him along. In a flash, we were back at Mount Qinzhou. Shenyanshan saw the giant Kun. He was shocked. What a huge monster. What kind of beast is that? Kun, it's what Peng used to be. So the Confronting clan isn't wiped out yet. I shook my head and said, not yet, they're still hiding for now. But the reason I brought you here isn't to show you the Kun. It's about the Forbidden's formations around here. Shenyanshan rushed to the mountainside, obsessively touching the runes. These interconnected runes, the restrictive array formed by chained synthesis. It's just perfect. Who set up this array? Was it you? No. This array was placed 1,000,000 years ago. They were really powerful. Even I can't see through it. 1,000,000 years ago, he became obsessed with research. You brought me here. Want me to break this for you? He asked, confused. Of course not. I want you to stay here and break it. I'm not wasting time helping you. I smiled, found him the best place. Instead of working hard myself to master breaking these sigil arrays, I'd rather let Zhenyan Tian do it. Zhenyan Tian looked stunned. You have no choice but to succeed. You can't argue. I smiled lightly, tapped his mind with a finger. A restrictive soul mark formed instantly. You can't reveal the secrets here. I can't go against my will. After you break all the arrays here, I'll let you go. Zhenyan Tian trembled, gave a helpless laugh. Seeing this, I threw out some bait. Just say it if you want my help. I'll set up a teleportation array. You can return to the sanctuary anytime. Also, I promise you, if the sanctuary faces real danger, I'll help you once. You must break all these arrays. Within 1 year. 1 year. Zhenyan Tian's eyes widened. You might as well kill me. Not only will I kill you, I'll kill your wife and kids. And your master. Wipe out your whole sanctuary. Flatten it to the ground. My expression stayed calm, but my words were sharp as a blade. Guess the rumors of your ruthlessness were true. Looks like they were. All right, I'll give it everything. He sighed. Finally gave in. Then Kun called to me in my mind. You're back. Yeah, I've got someone working on the arrays. It shouldn't take long. And you'll be free. Thanks. One last favor. Can you do it for me? Check if my child is still alive. Kun's voice was weak. I'll give you the location. Help me find him. On him. Is the Confronting divine wings that my clan once gave me? Confronting divine wings. My heart skipped a beat. That's Confronting's ultimate treasure. Help me find him. No matter if my child's alive or not. That treasure is yours. Please, okay. I promise you. I entered Barbarian Lion City in Demon Province. All around, beasts were gossiping. A human actually came in here. Is he looking to die? The Lion King has been hunting humans lately. And this human dares enter? This'll be interesting. Over a dozen griffins swooped down from the sky. The tiger demon on their backs shouted, Who goes there? Don't you know you have to give your name at Lion King City? Shut up. Kneel. My power exploded from within. All the griffins and demons dropped to the ground, bowing. The tiger demon was terrified. Who are you? Isn't this Barbarian Lion City? Why'd you call it Lion King City? I demanded coldly. Because Because this belongs to the Lion King. I thought demons and humans had a pact. No killing each other in each other's lands. Except somewhere else. The tiger demon was shaking. I honestly don't know. I'm just following orders. The Lion King ordered all this. So how many humans have you killed? I really don't know. These are all the Lion King's orders. If you know nothing, then just die. I flicked my finger. The tiger demon exploded instantly. I walked step by step to the Lion King's manor. Everywhere I passed, all the demons kneeled. Inside, the Lion King tore off his blindfold in panic. Whose aura is this terrifying? That's an earth immortal. No, way stronger. At least a heavenly immortal. He collapsed and screamed in despair. Senior, what are you doing? Just a weak little true immortal lion. How dare you break the demon pact? Brutally killing humans, and even locking them in your dungeon for torture. You really do love your fun, huh? Guess I didn't kill enough back then. Or you wouldn't. Forget so fast. The Lion King was shaking all over. You're the free immortal emperor. Immortal emperor? Let me explain. Boom, blood sprayed everywhere. Lion King's soul was gone. I freed the humans from the dungeon. My voice rang out like thunder across Demon Province. Within 5 days, if I see any human caged in Demon Province, the 4 young divine beasts are next on my menu. The sacred beast sanctuary was in chaos. Who dares talk this big? The 4 little divine beasts. What a terrifying aura. Who else but the free immortal emperor? Could it be anyone else? The 4 divine beast immortals woke up. Vermilion Bird glared coldly. Check it. Find out immediately. Which idiot dared break our order and kill humans? Whoever we find dies. Star Dragon looked worried. We better make sure the free immortal emperor doesn't catch anything. That guy has no mercy. Vermilion Bird cut in seriously. Let's get back to closed-door training. The day after tomorrow will be chaotic. Our chance to break past this world's limits will come that day.
He saw the Phoenix Prodigy as a trigger for the future.
I saw the future. Late at night, I stood before a waterfall at Demon Province's edge. Kompang's premonition grew strong. Saving the child is first. Nothing else matters. First, check out that array. I activated the Chaos Divine Eye. Golden chaos energy swirled around. The mysteries of the array appeared layer by layer. About an incense stick later, I grinned. If you haven't learned, you can't see how profound this array is. My eyes went back to normal. Smiling again. If you haven't learned, you can't unlock this. This array blocks off spiritual sense. It's super strong. It even draws spiritual energy from a mile around to nourish the inside. It can even slow down time. For every 10 breaths outside, only 5 pass inside. That means Kompang Goddess's child inside has maybe only lived 500,000 years. So survival odds are way higher than I thought. The array can only be opened with Kompang blood. Nothing else will work, unless you can force it open. With insane power, I summoned the free immortal sword, sliced my finger, squeezed out a drop of blood. I have Kompang blood too. That's enough to break this array. As I kept throwing out, my blood merged in. A burst of blue light flashed in an instant. Countless complex runes spun and faded away. I sent my divine sense inside. I was stunned for a moment. There are actually some demons still alive. Deepest part of the cave behind the waterfall stood an ancient sky-high tree, reaching from the mountaintop to underground. Dozens of bizarre-looking demons under the tree were dancing around a campfire. Some sang songs for fun. Some grilled food and drank. Even children were playing, like a hidden paradise. I focused my mind and instantly appeared among these demons. A weird monkey demon with a long snout saw me and shouted out loud in shock. The happy mood was instantly ruined. The demons grabbed their weapons. They stared at me in fear. Seems like they've been cut off from the world too long. They've never seen a human before. I looked around speechlessly. If I'm a monster, then what do you call these odd-looking guys? I covered the place with my divine sense, but didn't find any sign of Kun. But the Kompang Jade is always guiding, so I can't be wrong. I took out the projection stone and projected Kun's image and asked coldly, "Have any of you seen this creature?" All the demons were silent. Only a demon child spoke cluelessly. "Grandpa Chief, that's just like the big monster we draw blood from every year." Don't talk. A hunchbacked old turtle barked sharply. The child trembled with fear. His parents quickly covered his mouth and nose. I narrowed my eyes and looked at the old turtle. Is what he just said true? What are you? Get out of here. Right after the old turtle spoke, his body was suddenly lifted by an invisible force up in the air.
He looked like he was in agony.
Rage filled my eyes. I'd already force-read his memories with my divine sense. These demons had locked Confronting beneath the tree. At first, they drew blood every day. Now they only do it every 10,000 years, splitting and refining Confronting's blood to leave longer. I shouted coldly. In a flash, the demons on site exploded one after another. Blood and flesh splattered everywhere. Young or old, all died on the spot. I waved my hand, toppled the ancient tree, and revealed the deep hole beneath. A skinny, weak kun was lying down below, barely holding on. I pointed a finger and sent my spiritual power into his body. Good thing I came in time, or he'd be dead. I smiled slightly and said, at least these demons aren't too dumb. They know how to make things last. I stored him in the Confronting jade, let him reunite with his mother, as I was about to leave. After my divine sense spread 67 million miles, I spotted an underground palace. There's another hidden realm here. I blinked and moved instantly, arriving at the underground palace. Red-hot magma, tens of thousands of degrees surrounded me. But my immortal dragon robe protects me from both fire and water. It's more than enough to handle this heat. Deep in the palace, a strange beast was chained up. Its head's like a tiger, body like a snake, with Achilles' legs and griffin's wings. What the heck are you? I asked, confused. Heaven and earth return. Didn't expect I'd wake up too. The beast opened its 8 bloody eyes and stared at me. I might be the last touty in this world. So how'd you end up trapped here? Well, it's a long story. I don't even know how many years it's been. Back then, our touty clan was unstoppable. But we pissed off a powerful Taoist true lord. He wiped out most of us. Only a few escaped. I was one of them. I got caught off guard and someone captured me. He couldn't beat me, so he lured me in here and sealed me away. I've been sleeping ever since. If I hadn't sensed the spiritual energy returning, I wouldn't be awake now. Honestly, it's wild you're still alive. You have 0 cultivation left. I looked him up and down. The beast crowed a bit. Come on. Our biggest trait as touty is longevity. As long as our inner fire's not out, we don't die. There's a tiny ember still burning at the end of his tail. Let me out, and I'll obey your orders. I, a touty, can reach the heaven and earth level at my peak. Hardly anyone can reach that level here now, right? Yeah, it's super rare. I'm the only one. I replied flatly. Touty was shocked. Your heaven and earth? He can't sense my power anymore. Can't see through me. I'll let you out and make you my servant. That's not some big favor. There's who knows how many out there hoping to be my servant. You're the lucky one here. The beast was speechless. Everyone wants to be heaven and earth's disciple. Who wouldn't chase that chance? He added quickly. I have another thing. A treasure called the Tao Pearl, naturally formed in every touty. It'll help you comprehend the Tao of fire. I still need to deepen my understanding of the Tao. So this pearl's useful? Within 10 breaths, I figured out the locks on him. I pointed my finger and the shackles shattered instantly. His power recovered fast and stopped at true immortal level. I'm finally free. The beast threw its head back and roared. Its presence was overwhelming. Kneel, I snapped coldly. With my aura suppressed him. He was pushed to the ground in an instant. I tapped my finger a few times and planted a prohibition mark in his soul. Greetings, master.
He dared not act cocky anymore.
Obediently, he kneeled. Just as I finished speaking, a boom suddenly came from above. It's right below us. I sensed a terrifying aura. There's gotta be another secret treasure beneath here. Keep digging above. Punch through a huge hole. A group of humanoid demon clans jumped down. This place really is special. When I first found the spot up there, I knew something was off. If I wasn't nearby, how would a sect know about this hidden treasure? Enough talk. Check what treasures are here. Wait, nobody's around. One demon looked at me and the beast, surprised. Who are you? I've been here a while. An old man in a green robe stepped out. His pupils turned tree-shaped. I am the sect chief of Spirit Snake Sect. Spirit Snake Sage. How long have you been here? Carefree Heavenly Emperor. I answered calmly. The demons all gasped together. What? Carefree Heavenly Emperor. For real? I heard he came to Demon State. Is it really him? But Spirit Snake Sage just sneered. Kid, you think pretending to be Carefree Heavenly Emperor can fool me? Don't think I can't tell. You have a magic item hiding your true power. You know Carefree Heavenly Emperor's here, so you pretend to be him to scare us off. And keep the secret treasure for yourself. The other demons caught on. And all chimed in. The sect chief is right. This guy even has a weird-looking beast with him. It's just a true immortal beast. A real Carefree Heavenly Emperor wouldn't keep such an ugly and weak beast around. Definitely an imposter. The touty beast looked so annoyed. Why are you roasting my appearance now? I was speechless. So that's how it is. There's even a true immortal demon here. Hand over your secret treasure, and I'll let you go. Spirit Snake Sage looked like he had me cornered. Man, I already told you. But you still don't believe me. I sighed. I flicked my fingers and countless demons exploded. In a single breath, only Spirit Snake Sage was left. He dropped to his knees with a thud. About to cry. You really are Carefree Heavenly Emperor. Exactly. I said it, but you didn't believe me. No one believes the truth these days. Wait, you're a demon, not a human emperor. I was rude before and offended you, Your Excellency. Can you spare me? I'll hand over everything I own. Since you kneeled so quick, I'll give you a job. Take him with you to your sect and serve him well. Help him raise his powers quickly. Having a true immortal beast as a servant really doesn't match my status. You got it. Leave it to me, sir. I'll take good care of it. He nodded nonstop. I planted the mark on him, and the touty beast spit out a glowing red pearl. He washed it clean with spiritual energy and handed it to me. The moment I got the pearl, I felt the flames of the Tao inside. In a flash, I vanished on the spot, leaving Spirit Snake Sage totally baffled. He looked at the beast flatteringly. Do you need anything else? The beast turned into a red-haired guy and grinned. Just take me to your sect. What should I call you? Just call me Bro Huo. Alright, Bro Huo. 2 days later, I rushed back to the mountain. Hadn't even crossed the gate yet, when heaven and earth suddenly changed. Endless purple energy flooded out, covering the whole Zhuanshan immortal world. This purple key was sharp and terrifying. I took a breath of it, and my power began to stir. It's Hongming purple key, a sign that appears only once every million years. Its time has come. I couldn't hide my shock. This is the sign of a new era of spiritual energy. It's a once-in-a-lifetime chance. I didn't hesitate. I flew straight into the clouds, sat cross-legged in the center of the purple aura. Confronting rises. At this moment, the 4 sacred beasts at the Holy Land were startled. Azure Dragon looks up at the sky, totally surprised. That's the primordial purple key. It only appears every million years, also known as the million cycles purple key. If a mortal breathes it in, they'll for sure break through in body training. White Tiger spoke excitedly. Looks like the million-year cycle is here. We'll break through the world much faster this time. Vermilion Bird cut in coldly. Enough talking. No time to waste. Let's absorb the primordial purple key now. This stuff isn't always around. Once time's up, the primordial purple key will vanish. The 4 beasts instantly revealed their true forms. Azure Dragon, Black Tortoise, White Tiger, and Vermilion Bird all took their spots and frantically grabbed the purple aura. But they soon noticed an even scarier force was pulling from the direction of Qinzhou. This feeling is so familiar, Azure Dragon said, surprised. Why does it feel like déjà vu? Are you dumb? That's the Confronting technique from that guy in Xiaoyao world. White Tiger growled with resentment. He pairs it with his own Confronting carefree body. No technique out there can beat his absorption speed. Seriously, the Chaos Key battled 10,000 years ago. He absorbed the most then too. That made his Chaos Divine physique perfect. No one could beat him at collecting it. Now it's him again. When can we finally get rid of him?
Even Black Tortoise was speechless.
Remembering thousands of years ago, got robbed of 4/5 of the Chaos Key painful lesson. Vermilion Bird could only sigh and told everyone to just accept their bad luck. Hurry up and absorb what you can. Meanwhile, in Mojo, Qianzhong also felt this overwhelming force. Is that coming from Qinzhou? After 10,000 years, ever since I broke through the world boundary, that force is crazier than ever. Qinzhou is way farther away now. There's even Haizhou in the middle. Even if you rushed full speed to Qinzhou, it'd take about 7 or 8 days. And that's without stopping. But my pole can actually reach that far. He knew his devouring demon technique wasn't weak. But compared to me stealing from such distance across Haizhou, he's still outmatched. Not just Qianzhong. Almost everyone in the entire Zhuanshan Immortal realm could feel it. The primordial purple key was madly surging in one direction, like there was a black hole, constantly sucking up the primordial purple key from afar. No way any of them could compete. Who the heck is it? That's how everyone in the immortal realm feels. Empress Palace of Qinzhou. Liu Qingyan stands tall in the sky. A deep dark vortex forms above Qinzhou. Endless primordial purple energy gets drawn in by him. Staring at the dark hole above, she shouts in surprise. This feels so familiar. It's Brother Xiaoyao. He gazes at the white-robed figure before the black hole, lost in thought. Her eyes sparkle with infatuation. Brother Xiaoyao looks even better than before. And he's stronger too.
It's me.
Behind me, a massive kun appears, blocking the sky and sun. As the kun shows up, countless people in Qinzhou are shocked. Is this the Emperor Xiaoyao? I remember his avatar was always the kun. Rumor is his cultivation and physique are centered on the kun. That's right, he's Emperor Xiaoyao. Nobody else has power like this. There's no one else. Everyone, absorb the primordial purple energy now. Emperor Xiaoyao is drawing in almost all the primordial purple energy of the immortal realm. He's pretty much sucked it all up. It's purer than anywhere else. I've already leveled up 5 times. I think today I can reach Quasi-Saint. Thank you, Emperor Xiaoyao. Even getting a little of that energy from him is a blessing for us. Countless Qinzhou cultivators use the pure energy I draw in, breaking through like crazy. Grateful for what I've done to maximize gains. I send out a clone and also summon the Confronting Jade, activating a second and third layer of the Confronting art. No wonder Brother Xiaoyao is so amazing. He even came up with this method. That's insane. I'm gonna learn it too. Admiring Liu Qingyan, immediately copies and creates her own clone. As the Confronting sweeps in more energy, my spirit energy surges like a river. The bottleneck at mid-heaven and earth stage starts to weaken as the laws of the world loosen. Finally breaking. I'm about to reach the peak of heaven and earth, maybe even go beyond. I'm going to show those people who look down on me, the Confronting clan with human blood. Just wait and see. Even without their so-called heaven-devouring divine body, I, Li Xiaoyao, can still conquer the realms. I won't forget the clan leader's humiliation. What's a so-called divine body compared to my future? Break! I shout with force. My energy erupts like thunder. All my core points explode at once, just as I'm charging toward a new limit. The tribulation I thought was over suddenly churns in the clouds again. The pressure is way more intense than ever. Why would breaking through just a minor realm bring such a weird heavenly thunder? I look up at the sky. My brows furrow slightly. It's just a breakthrough to the late heaven and earth stage. Why does heaven bring such a harsh tribulation? Heaven, are you trying to stop me from advancing? I speak in a deep voice. My voice echoes throughout Qinzhou. The crowd feels suffocated by the pressure. Back then, I surrendered to the tribulation. But now with past life memories awakened, my strength doubled. If heaven wants to stop me, I'll face it all the way. No, I'm the laws of the world. A voice rings in my head. It's heaven. I'm stunned. The laws of the world? They are the rules naturally born in this world, even above heaven's will. In the whole Zhuanshan immortal realm, the rules have already loosened up. Why is it just me being targeted? Suddenly, I sense the Confronting Jade in my arms. A green jade amulet starts turning purple. This amulet of yours was once the divine artifact of the Confronting goddess. It has absorbed massive primordial purple energy and is about to transform into chaotic immortal energy. Boom! Heaven's tribulation roars in the clouds. The world's laws won't allow chaotic immortal energy to exist, and are trying to destroy it. Sword in hand, white robes fluttering. I stand against the storm, looking straight up at the heavens. Careful, this tribulation is the same one you faced when breaking through heaven and earth before. Heaven speaks to me again, but I feel no fear at all. A thunderbolt heads straight for the Confronting jade. I raise my sword. A slash shreds the lightning instantly. Confronting heaven shatter slash. I shout coldly, using my past life's great divine power. A Confronting god shakes the whole realm in the void. A massive shadow shows up out of nowhere. The giant figure behind me also raises its immortal sword and strikes at the thunder pool. The immortal sword falls through the clouds, its power shaking all of Qinzhou. Countless cultivators tremble in fear under this heavenly might. Their hearts waver. Brother Xiaoyao, go for it! Liu Qing'an clenches her fists in worry far away, eyes full of concern. I grip my immortal sword tightly, feeling the last resistance of the thunder. Slash, I channel my power again. My divine avatar shines bright. A thunderous boom. I slice the tribulation in half with one strike. A wave of wild energy explodes. Liu Qing'an's eyes widen. She quickly forms a seal, drawing the energy of Qinzhou, transforming it into a black turtle, to block the shockwave that could wreck half of Qinzhou. When the energy fades, I'm already gone, deep in the mountains. The Confronting goddess and Zhenyanshan both sense the dramatic change outside. Zhenyanshan looks happy. This primordial energy is really next level. I've broken into mid-emperor level. How's my kid doing? The goddess sounds uneasy. With a wave of my sleeve, I release the unconscious Kun, seeing Aizi so thin and frail. The goddess lets out a cry of pain. What happened here? Zhenyanshan looks confused. I quickly explain the monster's crimes in the cave. After learning her enemies are gone, the goddess just sighs. Thanks. It's nothing. Where's the Confronting divine wings, though? I didn't see them. I ask with a frown. As soon as I ask, golden light glows from the unconscious little Kun. A stunning pair of wings slowly floats out and lands before me. I always kept them hidden in my kid's body. Now I'll give them to you. They're the supreme treasure of the Confronting clan. Legend says it grants 3 great powers. First, Confronting sky escape. Wherever you think of, wherever you can see, distance no longer matters, and you arrive in an instant. Second, space mastery, killing people unseen. Third, Confronting's protection. When the wings close, they block even heaven's might. I merge the divine wings into my body. With a thought, a brilliant pair unfolds behind me, locking onto the place where I found little Kun's cave. In a blink, I've crossed billions of miles, showing up in the empty cavern to test the limits. I flash back and forth across the mountains and immortal realm. I don't hide my presence at all. So in mere moments, I've swept over half the immortal realm. Inside the sacred land of divine beasts, 4 former emperors are driven mad by this flickering aura.
The azure dragon asks nervously.
Did you all just sense that too? Yeah, that's his scent.
He's back again.
Shan Wu shrank his neck. When I disappear, they relax. 1 second later, I show up again. They break out in a cold sweat again. This happened dozens of times. White Tiger finally broke down and shouted, "What is Li Lan doing? Just kill us or let us go. Can you just make it quick? Why are you torturing us?" After confirming the power of divine will, I went back inside the mountain. Now, the Confronting jade had fully transformed.
Its energy was even stronger.
Every hour, it could create 100 miles of primal force. Purple energy rumbled loudly. The mountain shook hard again. This time, the whole Zhuanshan immortal realm trembled. Spiritual energy was surging back. The million-year cycle had arrived. The immortal realm would return to its former glory. Heaven's voice echoed everywhere. The 10-day mark had come. The ancient sleeping clans were about to awaken. I saw a huge rift open up in Qinzhou. Mysterious sounds rose from the ocean. Spiritual energy density multiplied hundreds of times in moments. A true era of chaos had come. Li Lan, the immortal realm, had changed. In a few days, the great clans would start to awaken one by one. The world's limits had loosened. You could break through to higher realms now. And next, you need to find those 8 corpses. I told Chunlin to watch over the mountain, left countless resources behind. Then I disappeared in a flash. 1,000,000 miles away, I met Liu Qingyan. She gazed at me tenderly, her eyes full of longing. I blinked over to her. Smiling, I said, Liu Qingyan, you're still so beautiful. Sha Yao, my dear. I told you. You can call me Qingyan or Little Qingyan. That way, we're not strangers. Her eyes sparkled. She boldly asked, can I hug you? I nodded slightly. Her sweet scent swept over. She hugged my waist tightly. Choking up, she said, do you know, when I heard you died back then, I cried for years. I wept every single day. Hearing the beauty's sobs, I sighed to myself. This Liu Qingyan is ranked 5th on the Immortal consort list. She's truly captivating. So I showed off my flower-picking Immortal Emperor skills. I gently pressed her shoulder with a loving look. Back then, I was injured. It took me 10,000 years to recover. You know that? Qingyan, you're my favorite. If I hadn't been badly hurt that time, I would have come to you for sure. Qingyan, can't you feel my heart? She saw how sincere I was. Liu Qingyan melted instantly. Brother Sha Yao. Sorry, I blamed you wrong. So that's why you couldn't come. Sorry about that. I spoke even more gently. It's fine, as long as you understand me. It's been so long. Qingyan, let's find somewhere private and talk all night. Liu Qingyan nodded sweetly. She's waited so long for this day. It felt like forever. The next day, the sun was shining bright. I opened my eyes. Liu Qingyan was sleeping soundly in my arms. Maybe it was too long since we met. She was so passionate. She fought with me for a whole day and night. We never took a break. I flashed to the edge of the bed, put on a white robe, and left a storage ring. It's enough resources for her to reach the peak of pre-emperor. To me, those resources mean nothing now. And it's my code. After picking flowers, I never free ride. I flashed away, instantly reached the skies over Lizhou, unrolled a scroll in my arms, and locked my gaze next to Lizhou, a place I never set foot in. It's an ancient site called the Emperor's Tomb. I've never heard of this place. Is there really an emperor buried here? With just a thought, I crossed the void, reached the border, scanned with my divine sense. This area is 2 times the size of Qinzhou. A lot of cultivators have already entered, but those ancient ones aren't here yet. Looks like they haven't fully awakened. 5 days later, I came back to the Emperor's tomb. The place had totally changed. Lizhou cultivators had built streets and houses, even founded clans and sects, because the spiritual energy here is way stronger. Plus, rare treasures pop up a lot. I strolled down the street, impressed by how fast these people were. Suddenly, the world changed. A terrifying black mist rose up from the ground, straight up to the sky. Thunder rumbled above. A fierce giant ghost face appeared in the clouds. Its blood-red eyes gazed down. Such a scary aura. Is this the Earth's own power? 3 days ago, I noticed weird immortal beasts. Ancient threats are waking up. That giant ghost face actually spoke. I am the sect master of Soul Refining Sect. You all may call me Great Soul Emperor. My whole sect is revived. Tomorrow our gates open, recruiting disciples widely. Join Soul Refining Sect, and you can get endless life? Hearing that name, I just sneered inside. I just wiped out a Soul Refining Sect recently. Now there's another old ancestor popping up. Interesting. People around were excited to go become disciples, but no one noticed I had vanished. Soul Refining Sect's master. Inside the hall, a black-haired man in a blood-red robe sat on the throne, his body shrouded in ghostly mist. 4 Saint Kings sat across from him. With that kind of power, out there, you could start a sect easily.
Elders.
Now that we're awake, any plans? The Great Soul Emperor asked indifferently. The first elder replied deeply. Master, right now the key is collecting souls. It's been hundreds of thousands of years. Even the leftover souls in my soul banner died of hunger. Second elder grinned coldly. Right, mass recruiting sounds good. Luring them and killing works, sure, but not enough people. We should take the initiative. Go out and slaughter. Wipe out 100 cities. Third and fourth elders both nodded. They were sure. In this era with fresh spiritual energy, Saint Kings who've slept till now can crush all. Not bad ideas. Great Soul Emperor nodded. After recruiting tomorrow, Go check the outside world. If everyone's weak, start the city killing plan right away. As soon as he finished, sixth elder stumbled into the hall and fell to the ground. Master, bad news. There's a great emperor outside. Fifth elder is dead. 10 breaths ago, I flashed to soul refining sect's gate. 2 elders cleaning up looked up at me. One frowned, saying we're taking disciples tomorrow. You're early. I'm not here to be a disciple. I'm here to send you all off. Close the library. I smiled lightly and walked straight in. Ignorant brat, this is soul refining sect. You think you can just walk in? Fifth elder roared angrily, pulled out a silver sword, eyes full of killing intent. I spoke calmly. My invisible pressure weighed like a mountain. That Saint King fifth elder exploded into a cloud of blood on the spot. Sixth elder collapsed in terror. I didn't even bother to look. Went straight for the library. Once inside, I unleashed all my senses. Read every technique and record in just 3 breaths. At that moment, several wild auras rose behind me. How dare you break into soul refining sect? Think being a great emperor is impressive? I've lived 700,000 years more than you. The great soul emperor roared across the sky. That giant ghost face appeared again. Endless killing intent crashed down. I slowly flew upward, facing 6 figures above the clouds. Looking at the emperor, I mocked him. So this is an ancient emperor, huh? Let me see what a 700,000-year-old fossil can do. Show me your skills, arrogant brat. No respect for your elders. You don't know your place. Barged into our soul-refining sect. And still so cocky. Activate the soul-absorbing formation. Kill him. The great soul emperor shouted in rage. 5 elders encircled me at once, chanting strange words. Soul-absorbing formation. Activate. 5 ghostly auras shot to the sky. Complex runes wove a formation, pinning me in the center. This array targets the soul, normally cast by 6 people. Enough to kill a great emperor. Even missing one, it can still critically injure an emperor. As I stood in the array, feeling the pull on my soul, but I didn't feel pain. Actually, it's more like a head massage. Pretty relaxing. So I just closed my eyes, learning this formation through enlightenment. But in their eyes, I'm already a sitting duck. Hey, foolish kid. You're just a lamb to the slaughter now. Once the soul-absorbing array is activated, you won't survive. The great elder shouted arrogantly. Everyone, he's an emperor. Let's give it our all. Don't leave him even the slightest chance. The second elder ordered coldly. All 5 spit out blood at the same time. It merges into the array. The array's power skyrockets instantly. But no matter how hard they try, my soul stays rock solid. Is that all? I open my eyes and speak a bit disappointed. Well, this farce is over. Nice, starting to feel it. I enjoy the massage on my head. My disappointed look drives the soul-refining emperor crazy.
He puts his fingers together
And pours all his ghostly energy into the array. Kid, if you want to die so badly, I'll grant your wish. My soul finally shudders a bit. But I just sigh. That fast, huh? Didn't get to enjoy it enough? Ignorant kid. You're still alive. The soul-refining emperor is scared out of his mind. I say softly, break. The soul-absorbing array explodes instantly. The 5 elders are blown away like broken kites, seriously injured in a flash. The soul-refining emperor staggers back hundreds of steps, eyes filled with terror. What realm are you really in? You actually broke the soul-absorbing array of my sect. You can't be just an emperor. I float in midair and say calmly, I never said I was an emperor. You're an immortal emperor, he blurts out in shock. I am the celestial emperor of freedom. You can despair now. The celestial sword bursts out. A terrifying force locks onto the whole sect. The soul-refining emperor goes totally insane. Celestial emperor! Celestial emperor! So what? Who can kill him? He takes out the 5-winged soul banner. Countless wailing ghosts rush at me. I press my fingertips down slightly. A giant sword falls like the final judgment. No matter how many resentful souls face this sword's power, they are all wiped out, staring at the sword blocking out the sun. The soul-refining emperor howls in despair. Heaven wants our sect gone. As a few tragic screams ring out, the celestial sword comes down, destroying everything of the soul refining sect. This terrifying sect passed down since ancient times. But before that, I've swept away all the treasures in the library. The soul sect's fall was earth-shaking. But the pressure was so terrifying that outsiders couldn't even look up. Only when I withdrew my aura could people move again. What happened to the soul sect? Why did it suddenly go quiet? Could the Thunder Emperor have won? It can't be the Thunder Emperor. That aura just now. Calm, yet hiding a terrifying killing intent. Completely different from him. The crowd rushed to the ruins, while the one behind it all was already at a Lijo Inn, ordering a table of house specials. The Emperor's tomb is as I thought, burying a true emperor. I flipped through the ancient records, my brows slightly furrowed. The soul sect was just a weak power there. The real giants are the three holy lands. Their masters are all in the world realm. At the core of this tomb, rumor says an emperor beyond that level lies. No one knows the exact location yet. Heavenly Tao gave me a map and told me to find it myself. He definitely knows where it is. I messaged the Heavenly Tao, but there was no response.
It seems.
I must uncover the truth alone. 5 days later, I went to Yojo's Demon Mountain. This is also an ancient ruin. As soon as I entered, I found the inn deserted. There was even steaming food on the tables. A monkey-faced waiter rushed out of the kitchen. I asked him why it was so empty. The Demon Emperor realm is open. Don't you know? He ran off without looking back. The Demon Emperor realm. I spread my divine sense and instantly located a massive tunnel where demons gathered. There's an inheritance inside. Hurry, get in. Great, it's only for demons this time, and limited to those below Earth realm. If we get the inheritance, we'll be invincible. I reached the tunnel, but a world-level barrier blocked me. Seeing the humans leave in disappointment, I wanted to try too. Fellow traveler, don't bother. If you're not a demon, you can't get in. A human cultivator advised me helplessly. Thanks for the advice, but I'll give it a try. I smiled calmly. I pressed my fingers together, using them like a sword. Space slash. The Compang Wing's skill tore through space. I stepped into the deep rift. As the crack closed, I heard the cultivator's terrified cry. Passing through the void, I arrived in a new world. I am of the demon clan, eternal through the ages. Since you've reached my realm, then let the trial begin. The inheritance is hidden here. Whether you find it, depends on your luck. The grand voice filled the sky. But then, a mysterious female voice echoed in my head, making me restless. You finally came to find me. I clutched my head, images of lotuses and mist flashing by. Only I could hear this voice. Is this place really related to my past? Meanwhile, inside a volcano deep in the realm, a chained coffin trembled slightly. A man emerged from the lava, his gaze cold and dark. 1,000,000 years have passed. Why are you moving again? Could that person be back? He scanned the demons above and said coldly, Go, bring all those demons to me. Submit or die. Yes, your majesty. The man muttered to the coffin, I won't let him near you again. Not even his descendants. At this time, I was walking through a snowy landscape. Disciples of the returned demon sect were rushing toward a guarded cave. Their leader was a great golden immortal. I followed slowly behind them, deep into the cave's maze, before they suddenly looked back. You've been following us. For too long. Get out. I looked at these transformed demons and sneered, Is this your place? Why can't I come in? Hey, you're weak. You only got here by following us. Scram, I'm telling you, our master is a saint. Leave now if you don't want to die. So the whole sect is here. Good, I'm in the mood for some soup. I heard turtle demons are special. I'm a bit tired anyway. Arrogant! A demon lunged at my throat. I watched the blade stop before me, and just blew a soft breath. Instantly, the immortal turned to smoke, and vanished. What? The others knelt in terror. Senior Saint King, forgive our ignorance. Please spare us this once. I told you, I'm having soup. I waved my hand, and a mountain-sized copper pot landed. I swept the begging demons inside. Mana turned ice into water, and flames lit from my fingers. Right. How to cook them without water. ignoring their pleas. I ventured deeper into the cave. Before a stone door, I broke the seal with a flick. The moment it opened, a terrifying chill blasted out, freezing everything. What a terrifying chill. This ice Dao is impressive. In the center of the cave, an icicle sword floated, radiating saint weapon pressure. Who goes there? State your name. This is Lord Tiger's turf. What are you looking at? Lord Tiger is right below you. I looked down and saw a cute blue cat. Kitty? I grabbed its scruff. Little thing, what kind of beast are you? Let go. I am a noble. An ice-flamed tiger? An ancient creature. Its gruff voice didn't match its looks. I released a hint of my aura, and the cat froze instantly, its round eyes filled with fear. You're a heavenly emperor? Tell me everything you know. Where is this place? And what treasures are here? Be honest with me. This is an ancient snowy inheritance. He was a mount sealed here. Lord Emperor, can I follow you? The beast looked at me pitifully. Depends on your performance. I took the ice sword. The tiger excitedly led me through several doors. He said no one knows how the cataclysm came. But the heaven-weaving pavilion told everyone, and we successfully escaped it. Countless others perished, those greedy informants at the pavilion. There were already traces back in ancient times. I sliced open the last stone gate with my sword. In an instant, light and shadows flashed by. The ice-flamed tiger and I were pulled into a realm illusion. This is the realm of nothingness. If you can break through it, you'll inherit the legacy of nothingness. Do you accept the challenge? Let's begin, I replied calmly. As snow filled the sky, countless giant snowmen rose from the ground. But to me, they were nothing more than a single sword strike. I walked ahead with my sword. Sword energy swept across miles. Everything in my way was slashed to dust. I reached the peak of the snowy mountain. There I saw a lonely, snow-covered skeleton. Congratulations. You've completed the inheritance. I'm sure it was tough for you, wasn't it? The voice sighed emotionally. I looked back at the ruins behind me. I felt nothing inside. Honestly, it was just one more thing to do. The illusion faded. The bones turned to dust. All that remained was a storage ring. Inside are all the things I gained in my life. Techniques, treasures, everything's in there. I hope you carry on my legacy. Besides that, I've left you a little pet too. It's a young ice flame tiger. Bring it here, and I'll let it evolve into an adult. As the last will in the snow disappeared, a fierce tiger roar echoed through the sky. I turned around to look. The cute little cub had become a giant beast. Blue, icy flames rippled over its body with no warmth. Its beastly eyes looked fierce. But the moment it met my gaze, it turned obedient. It came over, rubbing my gauntlet to please me. My new master. I've completed my bloodline transformation. Now I'm at the same level. I could feel the intense cold in its body. I patted its huge head. Good, lie down so I can ride you. All right, the ice flame tiger obediently crouched low. I climbed onto its back and rode it out of the cave boldly. Outside, the area was packed with mythical beasts. They stared hard at this strange beast. Their greedy gazes almost seemed solid. I thought, with a saint-level mount, they'd back off. A sinister-looking demon man blocks my way. He eyes me slyly. Hey, fellow cultivator, what's inside? Any treasures? I'm sitting on the back of a tiger. I look down at him carelessly. There are lots of treasures. Heavenly artifacts, immortal robes, all kinds of resources. But I've already taken everything. If you go in now, there's nothing left. As soon as I said that, the air around us froze. Guess they've never met someone so arrogant and honest. After short days, their greed totally explodes. Kid, that's a lot of treasures. Can you really keep all that? How about giving me one? I'll help you get out. Just give me 2, that's enough. I'll escort you out of here. Faced with this arrogant blackmail, I let out a cold laugh. Why would I need trash like you to help me leave? All the demons bristle with rage. Tens of thousands surround me like a steel wall. From commoners to Saint Kings. There's every rank. We've got over 10,000 demons here. You really think you can take us all on? Kill him. Split the loot after. Kill. Their shouts shake the sky. Countless figures charge at me. I pat the ice flame tiger's head. My voice is calm. You handle this? Kill them all. Don't worry, master. Ice Flame Tiger roars loudly. Deadly cold flames sweep out in a fan shape. The front row demons freeze into ice statues instantly. He slams his right paw into the ground. The earth shakes violently. All those ice statues shatter. Their souls are wiped out. That demon is a saint. Run. The demon mob scatters instantly. They flee in all directions. But running from a saint is pointless. Ice Flame Tiger looks like a god of slaughter. His blue shadow flashes through the field. Nothing is left alive in his wake. In less than 100 breaths, 10,000 demons are wiped out. Master, how did I do? He stops nearby, eager for praise. I stroke his blood-red, battered ear and smile. Nice work. Let's go see somewhere else. Ice Flame Tiger walks on air, carrying me far from the mountains. As they're collapsing and melting, on the way, he tells me about the real master of this secret realm. This is the territory of the Demon Emperor's legacy, and he had 5 loyal followers. The Fire Emperor, Snow Emperor, Wood Emperor, Flame Emperor, Gold Emperor. They are demon incarnations of the 5 elements, masters of their elemental power. You've already got the Snow Emperor's legacy. Your path with water will go further now. And the youngest gave all the holy relics to them. Once these 5 relics combine, they'll form an innate chaos artifact. The chilly holy sword you just got is one of those artifacts. My mom holds the frozen holy sword tightly. I've got an idea now. Combine them into the chaos artifact. Looks like this trip was really worth it. Do you know where the other 4 legacies are? All I know is the one in the graveyard. He died before Snow. He and Snow have always been close friends. Me and Snow used to guard the inheritance for a long time. Alright, take me there. Okay, let's head west. Soon a vibrant forest ahead comes into sight, but danger fills the air. As we get close, thick vines whip at us like lashes. The Ice Flame Tiger growls in pain. I forgot the forest in the Grave Legacy is fully alive. They always attack outsiders, especially when we're flying. I coldly look down at the swaying sea of trees. Then we'll wipe them out. I float up high and toss out the frosty holy sword. With a press of my fingers, the sword crashes down like a meteor. Freeze! Absolute cold instantly freezes billions of lives. 100 miles of chaos goes silent. I snap my fingers. The whole forest and its demons are shattered into ice bits. Ice Flame Tiger trembles beside me. Probably never seen this kind of carnage before. I use my sense and lock onto the only giant tree left in the center. I land in front of it with Ice Flame Tiger. This is the Grave Legacy, turned into a towering tree after death. As long as this tree stands, it won't be long before everything returns to normal here. Is the inheritance inside this tree? I ask, and he nods.
Logically.
We should already have the legacy. I wait a bit, but the old tree shows no sign. So I sneer coldly. Looks like you aren't giving it up. I slash with a giant sword energy, splitting the giant tree in 2. Hand over the inheritance, or I'll burn you to charcoal. Ghostly flames light on my fingertips. I threaten coldly. Never thought you'd show up. Such a bold young man like you. Even broke through the Demon Emperor's forbidden array to get here. A gentle leftover soul floats out from the cracked tree and sighs. The inheritance is already gone. My eyes sharpen. Who? Fire Emperor! Fire Emperor! I turn to look at Ice Flame Tiger, a bit confused. He widens his tiger eyes and blurts out in shock. Wood Lord, how did Fire Emperor steal your legacy? When you and Snow Emperor went to rest, Fire Emperor never slept. He took my inheritance. And you know, I couldn't beat him. Fire Emperor's lost it. He fell in love with the master. Fire Emperor loves the Demon Queen. Ice Flame Tiger yelps in surprise. For a king of the 5 elements to fall for his own master, the Demon Queen of Eternity. That's just insane. Yeah, he's crazy. And that day, when he stole my legacy, I found out he wants all 5 relics. Fuse them into chaos energy and conquer the world. He wants to be as strong as heaven itself, so he can be on the same level as the Demon Queen and shake off slave status and finally be with her. Ice Flame Tiger has nothing to say. Maybe he doesn't know. The Demon Queen already has someone in her heart and hasn't married yet. I speak up calmly. Let's keep looking for the remaining legacies. No point staying since this one's gone. Sticking around is useless. With my mount, I vanish instantly. Icy winds flash through the sky. Magic weapons fly everywhere. Demons everywhere chase madly. But the living spirit of the relics keeps them from getting any. Master, this is where the gold legacy is. All these treasures were made by him. He's a master gearsmith. Out of all the 5 elements kings, the grave legacy was an alchemist. Fire Emperor is the luck master. Snow Emperor is a formation master. Fire Emperor is, well, Fire Emperor. He dabbles in everything, but just average at all of it. I stroll ahead. Each step forward, all the magic weapons suddenly stopped. They spun around me, excited, like pets craving attention. I casually reached out to touch them. With a big sweep of my hand, I put all the treasures into my sleeve. The unfair scene left all the demons stunned. Hey, that's too much. You took all the magic weapons. What about us? A fish demon angrily tried to stop me. The rest of the demons surrounded me too.
Get lost, Ice Flame Tiger roared.
The pressure from a saint pushed most back. Only a few mixed blood saint-level monsters still stood their ground. The leader spoke coldly. Give them up. Hand over half the treasures. Then we won't cause trouble. I sighed. You monsters really aren't smart. If you want them, fine, I'll give them to you. I waved my sleeve casually. Countless treasures shot out like streaks of light. The place turned into a slaughterhouse instantly. Screams filled the air. The treasures tore through the bloody mist. In a blink, thousands of demons and those saint monsters were all killed. I stepped through the Lion Mountain's bloody fog, heading for the final place of inheritance. On top of a giant rock, a golden spear was stuck in the ground. That's the Divine Wind Golden Spear, a heavenly Tao relic. Master, that's the Golden Emperor's life weapon, Divine Wind Spear. It's said to pierce anything. Just pull it out, and you'll get the Golden Emperor's legacy. I gripped the spear handle tightly. Suddenly, I fell into a trance. Now I'm inside a golden palace. I am the great emperor of metal. Spirit gold essence is my true form. I'm a master at forging weapons. If you want my legacy, you must within 3 hours master my hammer forging method and craft a treasure above earth grade. Then you'll pass. Materials can be imagined at will. This is all a trial illusion. Golden letters appeared before me, showing the secrets of refining. I glanced at the spiritual golden hammer. In less than half an hour, I made an earth grade treasure. For me, weapon forging isn't my focus, but it's easy enough for me. Congrats, you passed the trial. This legacy of knowledge is yours from now on. I pulled out the golden spear. Its tip tore open the skies, leaving a deep crack in space. Another heavenly Tao relic. Let's try the next legacy. Desert Emperor, wild sand everywhere. I rode the Ice Flame Tiger into a desert vortex. Gravity instantly flipped. This unique marvel of the world. I sense a legacy deep within the mountains, but I saw no restriction, so a thought crossed my mind. A huge golden dog descended from the clouds. What is that aura? Is it the aura of a sage? No, this feels more like an earth aura. I felt this before from an earth spirit. I threw a punch at him. How dare the mountains anger the mountain god? You'll be punished by nothingness. If you can defeat nothingness, the inherited power will be yours. The towering mountain god roared. I made a sword with my fingers. A barrage of energy swept by. One simple strike wiped him out. My sword energy sliced through his mountain heart instantly. The giant collapsed with a crash. The inheritance of nothingness is yours now. I took the storage ring flying toward me, then patted the tiger's head again. Let's find the next legacy. Deep within Fenhai volcano, the enormous coffin hung above magma reappeared. The Flame Emperor emerged from the river. His eyes stared up, cold and sharp. A horde of beasts guard this place. Anyone who enters, no matter beast or human, is killed instantly. He's protected the Demon Emperor for hundreds of thousands of years, longing to kill the one who haunts the Demon Emperor's dreams, to prove he's the best. Above the coastline, I rode the Ice Flame Tiger through the air. Ahead, volcanoes packed densely together, covered with countless holy-level beasts. There's even a half-step emperor among them, a terrifying being with an earth aura. Master, this is the Flame Emperor's legacy site. These beasts are gathered here. Something's up for sure. Just as expected. The Flame Emperor never sealed himself away. He's not dead. He's been guarding the Demon Emperor all along. I looked at the solid defenses ahead. Expression unchanged. No problem. I'll just kill them. At the front was the Ice Flame Fox. The massive beast, looking part bull, part Volf, let out a furious roar. Old Bull, the Ice Flame Fox, seemed surprised. That's the Flame Emperor's mount. The Red Bull King, Snow Emperor, is dead. Is this your new master? Red Bull King fixed his gaze on me and asked coldly, "Yet now you've brought him here, why?" Old Bull, you know. Before the Demon Emperor slept, he asked our master to give his life. Your master dared to refuse. What's his motive? So what? The current master is incredibly strong. Why should he die? Without him guarding, the Demon Emperor would have been disturbed ages ago. This is for the Demon Emperor. Hand over the 5 elements artifact. The new master is determined to get it. Ice Flame Tiger stood its ground. Fine then. Let's fight. All these years, you're only a sage, but I'm nearly an emperor. You'll lose today. I motioned for Ice Flame Tiger to back off. It slowly retreated, hovering in the air. Red Bull King glared at me, then suddenly froze. You don't have demon aura. You're not a beast. You're human. The crowd of beasts panicked. Their killing intent soared. A human dares to enter the Demon Emperor's sanctuary. That's definitely their bottom line. Facing the surging beast horde, I stayed calm, speaking flatly. Leave within 3 breaths. Or die. Heh, still pretty cocky. Brothers, let's kill him together. We can't let him near the Demon Emperor. Red Bull King roared savagely. Countless beasts soared into the air. I coldly said, erase. A terrifying force burst out of me. It swept across the entire coastline in a flash. In an instant, all the beasts were wiped out. The shockwave startled the ancient coffin under the volcano. Magma churned and rolled. A man in red armor, sword in hand, rose from below.
His icy gaze locked on me.
He looked at the trembling coffin and said in a low voice, "So it really is him. Otherwise, you wouldn't react this much. Let me go kill him. From now on, your heart belongs to me." He turned to face me and shouted, "I'm the Flame Emperor. Get out and hand over the holy artifact. And I might spare your life." I replied calmly. Arrogant. The Flame Emperor swung his power outward, but his sword energy vanished 100 meters before reaching me. His face showed shock. He didn't expect I'd reach the heaven and earth realm. I glanced at his wooden-handled, red-bladed strange sword. You already merged 2 holy artifacts, didn't you? I don't believe I can't kill you. He roared and called up. The sea of fire. Hundreds of magma fire dragons dove at me. I drew the frost sword. The chill instantly froze and shattered the fire dragons. Frost Kompang. Judgment Slash. A giant frosty Kompang appeared behind me. Laughing, it pierced right through the Flame Emperor. He was paralyzed by sword energy, his eyes full of despair. You're the Heavenly Emperor. In front of a late-stage Heavenly Emperor. Your talk of invincible former emperors is a joke. I pressed my fingers together and slashed. Blade light fell. The Flame Emperor's soul was utterly destroyed. I picked up his storage ring, and the sword infused with wood and fire. In that instant, the 4 artifacts I held resonated. They merged in midair, becoming a golden orb glowing with the 5 elements. The 5-element Chaos Orb. Every strike carries the force of all elements. It even strengthens my 5 elements Tao. You're here. That ethereal voice rang out again. I flashed over to the ancient coffin, fixing my gaze on the heavy shackles. Are you the one talking all this time? Let me out, and you'll know the truth. I casually cut open the coffin with my sword. Demonic aura poured out. A stunning woman slowly opened her eyes. At first, her aura was complete, but then it dropped rapidly in a strange way, stopping at the saint level. She floated to me and hugged me tightly without a word. This familiar feeling didn't make me want to push her away at all. You finally made it. I've waited so long for you, Lord Qingdi. Countless images surged through my mind. A figure in green robes, standing on a lotus, shouting to billions of demons. Today our demon clan rises to the heavens. Follow me to fight. The gods, and the face in the painting looked just like me. I'm his blood brother. But who exactly is his brother? What are the gods? I asked blankly. The woman in my arms fell asleep from exhaustion. I carried her back to Ice Flame Tiger. She woke up startled. This is the Demon Emperor. Is this your Demon Emperor? Then do you know Chindi's brother? Ice Flame Tiger trembled all over and bowed in fear. Of course I know. Chindi is the only true god in demon legends, he told me. 70,000 years ago, Chindi ruled the demon world as an unbeatable existence,
He once fought alone against 10 gods in the war against them.
severely wounding the gods, and finally created the demon world, saving the race. Do you know what Chindi looked like? No, his portraits and statues were all destroyed in the Great Disaster. Only a handful of demons know. And the Demon Emperor is one of them. I looked at the sleeping Demon Emperor, feeling complicated. The 8 corpses Heaven's will told me to find. Are they all my past selves? I put away the coffin and told Ice Flame Tiger to move. Let's leave now. The map shows Chindi's bones are in Myriad Demon Mountain.
And me.